Would it be okay if I took the next 5 or 6 minutes to give you what I think could be the most important tool you're ever going to learn? I like to call it the self-awareness muscle. I would advocate for the fact that becoming a self-aware person is one of the most powerful and important skills that you can ever master. I'm not against other skills. I'm into as many skills as you can possibly improve in, but if you leave the self-awareness muscle behind, you are limiting yourself to a lesser version of yourself, and I want to help you become the best that you can be. So, let's talk about the self-awareness muscle for a few moments, and then we're going to talk about the ripple effect of the self-awareness muscle, and I know that it's going to help you. When we talk about the self-awareness muscle, we are talking about having a higher and a higher level understanding around why you do what you do, the way you do it, when you do it, and how that affects your choices and your view of yourself and the people in the world around you. It's so important that we understand ourselves, taking the approach of a behavioral scientist who wants to deeply understand the inner motivations, the reasons that cause us to do what we do the way we do it. I've been coaching and counseling and mentoring and training people for close to 30 years in this subject matter and others, and helping them to get unlocked on the inside when it comes to their self-awareness. One of the specific things that I train people in is this idea that your self-awareness muscle is trying to talk to you all the time, especially in social situations or high-pressure situations, moments in your day and in your life where an unusual reaction comes out of you. Perhaps embarrassment, perhaps shame, perhaps fear, perhaps a sense of I don't belong here, something that is a bit of a spike on the graph of your behaviors. When those moments happen to us, as they happen to all of us, our usual reflex and reaction is to quickly bury that. We want to shove it down because it's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant. We don't want to feel suddenly embarrassed or out of place or under pressure. I understand that reflex. However, if we keep on pushing down and burying, we are wasting some of the finest gold that is available to us in our journey of personal growth. You see, when those moments happen, those reactions are trying to teach you something about you. And if you would learn to either hold that feeling for a few seconds longer, or at the very least, when you get to exit that context at the end of your day or end of your night, drive home, go home, take some time to ponder and ask yourself important questions. Why did I react that way? Why did I suddenly get embarrassed? Why did I have that sudden overwhelming fear or feeling of I don't belong here, I need to escape? When those moments happen, instead of just burying them, which only ensures they're coming back again, instead of just burying them, we should hold them up in front of us and ask intelligent questions like, what was that? Where did that come from? Why did I react that way? It's a process and a framework that I like to call excavate, surface, and sift. Excavate means that we got to dig down deeper underneath that experience. Inquire of ourselves, why did I feel that way? Where's that coming from? You see, if we are willing to ask those excavation questions, and even better, to do it with a highly skilled and trained mentor like myself, we will discover that at the bottom of that excavation process is some golden nuggets of truth about us. Now, I will tell you honestly that occasionally those discoveries can be a little bit confronting because they're raw and they're real and they will not lie to us. They tell us the uncensored truth. Here's the good news. Once we get to the bottom of that excavation, we can surface the truth into our acceptance, and then we can learn to sift what is good and worth keeping, what is not so good and needs attention or work. If you would learn that the self-awareness muscle can be trained by observing those odd moments, those unusual moments, and then apply the framework of excavate, surface, and sift, and do it with a trained and skilled support person, you will discover your self-awareness muscle getting stronger and better every day of your life. Now, it matters to you because it's going to shape and shift who you have relationships with, the job opportunities and vocation opportunities available to you, your creative muscles, your opportunities in the world and the path that you're traveling on. Secondly, and very importantly, I mentioned this at the top, the ripple effect of your self-awareness muscle growing is that you will start to become a high-level expert at understanding why other people do what they do, when they do it, the way they do it, why they do it. If you can grow your self-awareness muscle, I promise you, your capacity to understand what other people in your world are doing and why they're doing it will make you razor sharp in relationships, in family, in workplace, in community spaces, and then suddenly your value add and your worth to the people around about you skyrockets and goes to the moon. I would love to urge you to have a go at this, to try it, to keep watching all the videos on this channel which will help you in this regard to grow that self-awareness muscle as strong as you can and experience the power of that ripple effect that you become great at reading others and eventually helping others as well.